Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got my February Beauty Empties video today, so I'll talk about all of the beauty products that I finished off last month. I finished off 12 products, and 12 is usually my, like a roughly monthly average for me. Some months last year I went way over 12. I started off this year only finishing 7 products in January, so I'm now back up to my usual numbers. So dozen products. I have one hair care item, I think, some body care and some skincare, and I did recently film a dressing table tour, and when I opened up the drawer of my dressing table there were a load of samples. So I do have quite a few samples as part of the 12 products that I finished off this month to talk through. I do also have a tea that I need to finish drinking. Let's quickly start off with the Haircare Empty. It's a product that you have seen multiple times if you have watched any of my previous Beauty Empties videos. It is a dry shampoo, my favourite dry shampoo, the Chlorine Volumizing Dry Shampoo for fine limp hair. I really love this dry shampoo. I have one up here, it's actually hidden, but I do have one up here and it's very nearly run out. So last night actually I did buy another one along with a, or what's it called, a leave-in conditioner, because I'm nearly out of that as well. But this is the dry shampoo that I always go back to because it's so great at refreshing my hair. It doesn't leave it feeling quite sticky or like there's lots of white powder in my hair. It's really undetectable. It's lightweight, but it's also great on hair wash days as well. So it's not just good for those in-between days, so the day after I've washed my hair. It's also really great for the day of when I need to wash my hair, if that made any sense. And this does give it a little bit of volume as well, because some dry shampoos I've tried before in the past, they're a little bit limp, or they leave my hair looking a little bit limp, whereas this one gives a nice little bit of boost to my roots, which I really like. So love this. You will see that one soon, probably. Well, you will see it actually in my March empties, and then the other one that I've bought will be probably in my April empties. Bodycare next. This is a favourite body wash of mine. I adore the scent of it. It's just so gorgeous. This is the Soap and Glory Clean On Me Hydrating Body Wash. It features zesty mandarin extract and also rose and bergamot. So the rose and bergamot are quite kind of comforting, quite relaxing and soothing, but that mandarin adds a little bit of like zing into it. It cuts through the rose and bergamot, so it's a really lovely blend. A great big 500ml bottle. It lathers up really nicely as well. I don't feel like I have to use a load of it to get it to lather up, so a little bit does go a long way with it. Really nice and hydrating. I don't feel like it leaves a film on my skin afterwards, so I really love this, and I used to buy this when it was 3 for 2 at Boots, but I've said this before previously, I don't think I will purchase this again in the future, because where I have eczema on my hands, and I do have a little bit of a flare up of a dry patch there actually, when I've got that flare up my body feels a little bit itchy. I don't get any visible signs on my body, but it just feels a little bit itchy, and I don't think using heavily scented products like that, like this, are doing myself any favours. So I think I need to, after I've used up all of my like heavily scented body washes, just stick to very basic skin friendly, eczema friendly, soothing body lotions, body washes as well, sorry. Things like Aveeno perhaps, they do a nice sort of range of eczema friendly body washes and body lotions. So as much as I love this and I would recommend it and I would like to repurchase it, and I have repurchased it in the past, it's probably not the best option for my sensitive skin sometimes. I have 2 perfume samples here. So I got these when I was waiting for my prescription at the pharmacy. They had a bowl on the counter or some free perfume samples, so I got these 2. The first one is called Nella. They're actually both by Versette, the niche collection Versette parfums. So the first one is called Nella, and it's described as being woody and floral. The notes are bergamot, rhubarb, lychee and peony, and I really like bergamot and peony scents. They're quite kind of subtle, they're floral, but they're not hugely intense, and that's how I would describe this perfume actually. Stereotypically feminine, you can smell that floralness in there, but it does have that kind of woodiness to cut through it, so it's not hugely floral and girly and sickly. It's quite a subtle scent, great for every day, really nice, pretty perfume. And then the other one is called Opal, and this is amber. I'm not even going to say that next word, I have no idea how to pronounce that, but it's got black orchid, black truffle and patchouli. I love amber incense. It is like one of my favourite notes. Amber and vanilla, I love. This one could be a unisex perfume, so it's suitable for everyone. It is more kind of intense and grounded than the Nella one. The Nella one was quite kind of light, where it is quite kind of floral. It's light and pretty and floral, whereas this, because of that amber, because of that black orchid, it really gives it that kind of like spiciness to it. I wouldn't be in a rush, and I don't think I would actually repurchase either of these two, but it's always nice to just try little samples like this. And I love perfume. I have my favourites, but I always like to try new scents, so it's kind of fun that I got these from the pharmacy and gave them a go. And then the rest is all skincare. I have some samples. I've got 3 SPF samples here, and I've actually made notes so I don't forget what I think about these samples, because usually these are only a one-time use product. So firstly, I have 2 by Purito. So the first one is the Daily Soft Touch Sunscreen, Outdoor Defense 5 Ceramides, SPF 50 plus. And I wrote about this one that it was thicker than the Skin 1004 one, which is my favourite SPF. It's up there somewhere. So it's thicker than that, but it is still a nice SPF. So I would recommend this one, but if you do like how thin that Skin 1004 one is, then probably stick with that one. But Purito is a really good brand. I've tried lots of products from Purito and I like quite a lot of them. The next one is the Wonder Relief Centella Daily Sun Lotion, and I've said with this one the texture is fine, but I don't like the smell. I can't actually smell it from here, but I made that note, so it must have, you know, not smelt very nice. So I guess out of the 2 then I would go for the Daily Soft Touch sunscreen, but neither of these 2 would replace the Skin 1004 for me. And then the other one I tried was the Kiehl's Ultralight Daily UV Defense Sunscreen SPF 50, and for this one I said it's thick like a typical sunscreen, and it was. So for both of these Purito ones I got 1 use each out of those. The Kiehl's one, I think I got about 3 uses out of it, and it is thick. I mean, I can see like the remnants of it where it's dried. It is a thick white sunscreen. Takes a while to blend in, and it does feel a little bit heavy on my skin, so I definitely would not repurchase that one. Korean SPFs for me are so much nicer to wear. They feel so much lighter, and now that I found my holy grail one, I think it really is going to be tough to rival that one. I have 3 more samples. Another one by Purito. This is the Wonder Relief Centella Toner Unscented. I think I got 2 uses out of this, and I said for this one it's very runny, but it's a toner. They're usually going to be very runny. And I also put not much else to say. There wasn't really much to comment on this one. It was nice, it did a good enough job. It was a nice enough toner, didn't sting my eyes, didn't sting my face. Nice enough toner to use. But that's always the problem when you have samples like this. You are absolutely not going to get enough use out of these to really have too much of an opinion, apart from this one. I will come on to that one in a sec. But yeah, I didn't use this enough, or didn't have enough uses in it rather, to really get too much of an opinion. But I also didn't go, well, I wouldn't use that ever again. So I may get the full-size version of it. And then another one also by Purito. This is the From Green Cleansing Oil. And I said that this smelled zingy and green, but it didn't feel as nice as my Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Cleansing Oil. So the Haru Haru Wonder one is still my favourite cleansing oil. The Purito one will not be replacing it, but again, it was still nice to use, and it had a really nice zingy, refreshing kind of scent, whereas the Haru Haru Wonder one I think is unscented. Okay, so this sample, this is the Kiehl's Super Multi-Corrective Eye Zone Treatment, and I said for this one, strong smell, exclamation mark. It was a very strong smell, and it was a very unpleasant strong smell, and it felt a bit weird to be applying something around my eyes, which are a delicate area, with something that smelled as strong as this did. The texture was quite kind of balmy, and I did get a good number of uses of this actually, because it is a big sample size actually. It's 1.5 ml, and where it's for your eyes you only need a very small amount. But the texture is quite balmy, it's quite kind of Vaseline-like in texture, so you can spend a little bit amount of time massaging it into your eye area. I didn't notice any benefits from using it, but saying that, there are eye creams up here that I have been using for months and I've not seen any benefits from using those either. But the smell definitely puts me off. Really hated that smell, so I would not repurchase, or I would not buy it actually, because it was a sample. And then final two products. This is a small 12ml bottle of the Biossance 100% squalene oil. I wanted the small tub, small pump, to just try it because squalene oil is meant to be one of the best oils, squalene and jojoba, one of the best oils for your skin. I think it matches the skin's pH, something like that, pretty well. And it's meant to be quite calming as well. And where we are slowly now coming out of winter, but before when I was using this, we were very much in winter. My skin was a little bit drier, not hugely, but I felt like it needed a little bit more moisture. So in the evenings I will pop on some of this before my moisturiser. One pump was enough for my face and my neck. It didn't leave me feeling really greasy afterwards. Where it's an oil, you can massage it into your face, a little bit of facial massage. A very nice oil. I really liked using this. I like the texture. The smell, was there a smell? Can't smell it, but if there was a smell it must have been very faint because I don't remember a smell. But I really liked this. I would buy this again in the future, probably next winter. I probably wouldn't be using oils for the foreseeable future where we are moving more into spring. But I liked it. Would recommend, would repurchase. And then the last product is one that I have used up before. This is the Astura Atto Barrier 365 Cream. This is a great barrier repairing but barrier strengthening moisturiser as well. It's quite a thick cream, but it doesn't feel thick on your face. So it's got the texture of a thick cream. It's not fluid, it's not going to slide down your hands. It will stay in place. But when you massage it into your face, it doesn't feel like really thick or heavy or like it's creating this thick barrier. It does feel quite kind of soothing, very moisturising, very hydrating. And it's one of these very simple pared back minimal moisturisers. So it's not got lots of fragrance in it. It's just a simple barrier strengthening moisturiser, which I really like to do. I like to keep my skincare quite kind of simple but protective and nourishing. And this is my second bottle of this. I would recommend it. I would probably, again, like with the oil, stick to using this in the winter time. I don't think I would want to use this in summer. I know I said that it doesn't feel like a thick moisturiser on your face, but I think I would probably go more lightweight for the summer. But I really liked this. If you've not tried it, I would recommend. And those are all of my beauty empties for February. I do still have a lot more samples that I need to work through, so maybe some of those will appear in next month's empties as well. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how many beauty products you have finished off last month. Have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you again very soon for our next one. Bye bye.